Factor the cubic function j of x equals negative 3x cubed minus 32x squared minus 68x minus 32 using a graph. Okay, let's go ahead and point out the different zeros on this graph. So we see we have one at what appears to be negative 8, 0, negative 2, 0, and then here it's between 0 and negative 1. It looks about 2/3 the way, so we can maybe say negative 2/3 there, but we'll have to maybe guess and check a little bit on that one. So now that we have the zeros in the graph, then let's go ahead and plug that into our j of x function, and so we can double check that those work. First, we'll plug in negative 8. And so plugging that exact thing into the calculator, then we do get 0, so that works. And then plugging the other two in the similar way, then those both also end up being 0. So now we can use those to find our factors. And so we know that x equals negative 8. And so making that equal to 0, then we can add 8 to the other side. And we know x plus 8 equals 0. And we know that x equals negative 2. So doing the same thing, adding 2 to the other side, that's x plus 2 equals 0. And then if x equals negative 2/3, then in this case, to get this equal to 0, we first have to multiply by 3 on each side to get the 3 moved over. So we know 3x would equal negative 2. And then dividing by, to get now the negative 2 to the other side, we would just need to add 2 on each side, similar to what we did over here. So we have 3x plus 2 will equal 0. And so then our polynomial would be j of x equals x plus 8 times x plus 2 times 3x plus 2. And so now we just need to multiply it out and make sure that it does multiply out to what we think it should. So multiplying this out, then first of all, x times x gives us x squared. X times 2 is 2x. 8 times x is 8x. 8 times 2 is 16. Positive 16 there. And then we still have that all multiplied by 3x plus 2. And so now multiplying x squared times 3x, then we get 3x cubed. X squared times 2 gives us 2x squared. 2x times 3x gives us 6x squared. 2x times 2 gives us 4x. 8x times 3x gives us 24x squared. 8x times 2 gives us 16x. And then 16 plus times 3x gives us 48x. And 16 times 2 gives us 32. So now combining like terms, then we only have one x cubed term, so that's going to stay there. And then we have a 2x squared, a 6x squared, and a 24x squared. So 2 plus 6 is 8, plus 24 gives us 32. And then plus 16x plus 48x plus 4x gives us, well, 16 plus 4 is 20, plus 48 is 68x. And then we still have plus 32. So notice that when we multiply this out, then we have the exact opposite signs as what we have up here in our original function. And so we could have seen that also that there was no negative here, and we know that it had to have at least a negative first coefficient. And so even without multiplying this all out, we should have known also that this would need to be switched and multiplied by -1 in front so that we can reverse each of these signs. So multiplying by a -1, we basically just need to put a negative in the very front of the function. And so our clean answer there will be j of x equals negative times x plus 8 times x plus 2 times 3x plus 2.